missed out then.
In the middle of Georgia, in the middle of nowhere, it's a perilous game of hide and seek.
But you have to constantly remind yourself that they are a serious risk to your health.
Georgia College biology professor Dominic DeSantis and his undergraduate volunteers.
It doesn't kill you, does it? Or can it?
It can, yeah.
This is the 40,000-acre Cedar Creek Wildlife Management Area.
If you do get bit, it's a big deal.
Better watch your step.
It's a trip to the ER for sure.
All in the name of science.
All of our projects out here are sort of centered on one kind of big overarching question, which is kind of when and how and why snakes are just doing what they do.
They've been with us since the beginning. In the Garden of Eden, every corner of 6 continents, snakes on a plane.
We got some snakes.
Where's the snake at?
You want to see one?
Members of this team are obsessed.
Just since I was a little kid, it's just kind of a hyperfixation, just always really loved snakes.
In this neck of the woods, they track the timber rattlesnake, and they don't like what they're learning.
It sort of makes me feel I'm here at the beginning of the end.
Endangered in some states, extinct in others, on the decline here.
Let's see how long she is now.
Meet Nugget.
This snake's cool. We are completely unashamed about naming our snakes.
They have 20 snakes, each with a high-tech transmitter under the scales.
We're just reading the pit tag that we just implanted under the skin.
A device called an accelerometer that tracks the serpent wherever it goes.
And identify to the second when a snake is moving, when a snake is immobile, when a snake is mating, when it's eating.
Twice a week, they catch and release, part of the research into what's killing them.
The biggest among them is always going to be habitat loss.
Fewer forests, more highways.
We've observed on many cases a snake coming right up to a road, waiting there for weeks at a time.
There's a skin disease.
It's become really widespread as sort of this emerging threat.
And climate change.
We just had one of the warmest winters around here we've had on record, and all of our snakes came up to the surface and began foraging about a month and a half earlier than they had in previous years. And that has consequences, right?
That's why on this day, they want to find Joe.
How does that work?
Undergrad Amber Stubbs wields a gadget they call a receiver.
The receiver is picking up on Joe's specific frequency, which is tied to his radio transmitter.
You got it yet? She said she got the signal.
It was a half-a-mile hike.
Oh, there he is, right there.
Where?
There.
How many snakes do you think you've picked up in 12 years?
Oh, gosh.
Probably 1,001.
Is he as big as they get?
They get bigger.
He's 5 feet long, about 5 pounds, 30 years old.
The professor would not let me hold the tube, at least not when Joe was in it. Good call.
I got you.
It's strong.
It's strong.
He's strong.
That's why when you thrash, you hold as long as you can and then get him on the ground.
Dr. DeSantis says we lose Joe and more of his kind, rodents that spread disease will start to rule.
They occupy this really critical spot in the ecosystem.
He compares ecosystems to airplanes. Each rivet is important. You can lose a few and it may not be a big deal.
But eventually you're going to lose a wing, right? When enough things are lost and enough important things are lost, you're going to lose a critical portion of that ecosystem and the whole thing's going to crash.
They wonder if Joe will still be out there during the next perilous game of hide and seek. Reporting in Putnam County, Barrett Peterson, Channel 2 Action News.